Hey guys, how you doing? Okay, so as a fair warning, I just wanted to let you know that this week's podcast I did with my son. And so, as a 4-year-old, what I'd like you to be aware of is that we'll take a couple of tangents and we'll be interrupted a couple times and whatnot. And if that puts you off a little bit, what I'd like you to practice during listening to this podcast is to just be with that reaction that you have from within yourself and just notice it. Notice how it arises and notice how it then subsides. And maybe we'll get a double benefit from this week's episode because I think there's some value in this week's episode, but at the same time, if you feel a little jarred or a little turbulence because of the interruptions or the tangents that we have to take, just be with that for a second and it'll be a great practice. Okay? Thanks. So, you want to start the podcast? So when you speak into the microphone, we're speaking to thousands. Hold on, we're speaking to thousands of people that we don't know, but whom are looking for some tips and tricks to help them be centered.
I'm looking for strangers that are lost.
You're looking for strangers that are lost? Well, that's kind of what Daddy's doing too. If they need help.
I'm talking on the microphone to strangers to help them where they are and help them get out of the dangerous places.
In their mind?
And,
right.
And then I'll call Echo and Bravo.
Oh, excellent. All right, so this week we're going to talk about a couple of visualizations that we can do to help get us out of our mental mind gunk and into a place that's more centered and more spiritual.
Stinky.
Gunk is stinky.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go. Hey, welcome to the I Am Podcast, where we answer all the questions about spirituality and inner peace that you ever wanted to ask. I'm your host, Sean Webb, and today with us we have my son, Declan, who just got done with, where did we just come from? Taekwondo. Do you like taking Taekwondo lessons? Yeah. So this week we were going to have a very short podcast, and it's going to be about...
Talk?
Would you like to talk?
Yeah.
What would you like to say?
I'm gonna say to Echo and Bravo, strangers are lost.
All right, hold on a second, buddy. So this week we're talking about some visualizations that we can do to immediately get us out of the mind gunk that sometimes we find ourselves in that pulls us out of being that awesomely centered and peaceful spiritual creature that we know we can be if we're not distracted by the mind's noise and turbulence, etc. And one of the first visualizations that you can use is yourself as a wire mesh screen. And so then we see the bad thoughts or the bad emotions or the negative stuff that hits us as a temporary mind state that then just kind of sticks to us for a second but slowly moves through us and after a few seconds can be totally gone and not affecting the mesh of our screen, of our self. And so we can have these things come at us, we can have these things hit us, but if you visualize yourself as that screen of these things passing through you, hold on a second, passing through you, then you can allow those things to hit you for a second, to feel them, to pass through the screen, and then be gone, that you don't have to deal with anymore. And then conversely, if you find yourself in a happy place or a happy environment or a happy event has happened and you're just steeped in that moment, there's nothing that says you have to pull the screen out of that. You can just let the screen sit in that for a little while. And so it gives you a great method to mindfully choose the reactions that you would like to be with for longer. All right? And the second visualization.
What?
The second visualization, if you find yourself in a very difficult situation or a negative emotions space, or you find yourself with an airplane in your ear, just visualize putting on your holy robes. Imagine yourself in the most flowing, ornate, beautiful, or flowing, simple robe set that you've ever seen anyone on the planet ever wearing. Imagine yourself in that same set of flowing robes. Of a holy person, of a very spiritual, divine creature, And you will then be able to move yourself into that mindset of how would I react to this if I were in those holy robes, if I were this
Dad,
divine,
can I
spiritually,
Aftermath.
yeah, what would you like to say?
I'm gonna.
Do we meditate?
Yeah.
We do?
Um.
How old are you?
I'm 4.
You're 4?
Mhm.
And do you like meditating?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I
What
think-
is your favorite thing about meditating?
I love rocking on swings and meditating.
Do you like rocking on swings and meditating?
Mhm.
Is that your favorite thing?
Mhm.
To where you're listening? You're listening to yourself, you're listening to the environment around you?
Yeah.
Yeah? And do you like just being without talking?
Mhm.
Yeah? Is it good? Does it make you feel good?
Mhm.
Does it help you clear your mind?
Mhm. It changes my brain color.
It changes your brain color?
Mhm.
Well, it changes your brain. I don't know if it changes the brain color. We'll see. Maybe we'll have to open that up and take a peek. Want to open up your head and take a peek?
No.
So you can use those two visualizations.
And then all the blood will come out.
It would all come out, wouldn't it? So you can use those two visualizations to help you in those difficult times to remove those turbulent thoughts and the turbulent feelings to bring you back to center, to bring you back to baseline. And so the first one again is the yourself as the wire mesh that things then flow through you but don't affect you. And you can watch those things. You can watch the anger. You can watch the disappointment or sadness or fear or whatever it is that you're feeling. You can watch those things as they flow through you, and you can watch them leave you.
To bend my arms.
You do? And then, if you're in a particularly challenging situation, put on your holy robes. Put on those holy robes that you visualize other, like the Dalai Lama or other spiritual luminaries
Daddy?
wearing. Put those on yourself, and then imagine how you would react to that situation that you're in those holy robes. I bet you it'll help. What do you need, buddy?
I just talk on podcast.
You want to talk on the podcast? What do you want to say to the strangers? Do you want to say, have a great day?
No.
No? What do you want to say?
I said, I hope you're having fun with your family.
Oh, hope you're having fun with your families. That's a very nice thought.
Little baby strangers.
Oh, little baby strangers, you want to say have fun with your families
Yeah.
and play with your toys?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice. I'm going to give you a hug.
And then,
Big hug. You'll give them a big hug?
yeah.
Okay. All right, so you guys have a great week. I love you. Talk to you soon. Peace.